Hello everybody and welcome to the YouTube channel. If you would like to join our Facebook group, you can. It's the Vinyl Chick Glitter and Tutorials. We have an awesome group. Most of the tutorials are done in that group, so I'm going to be trying to start a YouTube just so that way we can you can jump to watch tutorials straight if you want to. You don't have to go into a group and search tutorials and whatnot. So this will be a little bit easier for everybody, I think. And also anybody who just wants to learn, you know, some things. Okay, so we have our epoxy. There's part A and there's part B. They're in two separate containers, and you're going to put them into separate cups, put them together, mix them. As soon as you put them together, you want to make sure that you use it, because once their part A and part B are together, they react. And it's going to start to warm up on you in about 10 to 15 minutes, and it becomes really unpliable, and you can't move it around very easily. It becomes thick and gooey. So I just mixed this one. I did about 5 part A and 5 part B mLs. I just use little measuring cups because they're easier for me to measure them out, little medicine cups. Now, for the epoxy method, we are not going to be using all of this. I just kind of have some extra for just in case, you know, something does happen. But I will let you know how much we do end up using when we're done with this. This is a regular 30-ounce modern curve, and this I just spray painted white. And so we're just going to go ahead and cover it up. So I pour from the top. Some people pour on the sides. It doesn't matter. Same thing. It's whatever you're comfortable with. All right. So as you can see, I just poured a little bit on the top. There's not a ton on there. Maybe 5 ml or so. And we're going to, I come from the top and push all the way down. And for a 20-ounce cup, that amount, about 5 ml, would work fine. You don't want to use too much, because when you start to use too much epoxy for this method, it soaks up all of your glitter to the point you're using more product than you have to. Because you don't want to get those oil slick looks. Sometimes, if you've noticed when you've done them in the past and they're on your toner, you'll be like, the glitter just looks different in some areas. It's just because you don't have enough epoxy on there. So you want to make sure you don't use too much and not enough. But this actually turned out to be a really good amount. So we used 5 ml for this entire 30-ounce cup. And if you're interested in cups, there is some over at the vinylchickllc.com. I have a bunch of different style cups up there. And we're going to be using Harlequin Opal Extra Fine. Now, Harlequin Opal, I have in a chunkier version. It's one of my favorites. It is a various sized glitter, and it's just an opal, and it changes color depending on what base it's put on. So it's one of my favorites that I have. So I had to make sure and get it in the Extra Fine because it's just so pretty. Okay, so I have a piece of computer paper here, and I'm just going to start putting it on there. There we are. And I'm just going to go around my cup. So let's say we used more epoxy than we should have. What would happen? The glitter would not be soaking into the epoxy. It will sit on top, and when it lays like that, it causes it to go flat, and it gives a different look, if you know what I mean. If you've seen it before, then you know what I'm talking about. It's kind of like, we call it an oil slick look, because it just looks kind of like a glitter oil slick. And I usually like to go around my cups twice. All right. And we actually use less product with the epoxy not being as thick on the cup. We'll use maybe a half an ounce, not even, I mean, like, probably a couple tablespoons. All right. I'm gonna go over it one more time I just love this color. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. To make sure that we're getting any areas that might have that oil slick look where there's not enough glitter. All right, there we go. And whenever I do my bottoms, I just plop it right into the glitter that's on my computer paper or plate, whatever you'd like. But you can see that we're all covered really, really good. And I'll go put it on my drying rack, which is just a curing rack, and I will let that sit on there for about 3 hours, and then I will go ahead and seal it with a spray acrylic sealer just to keep any glitter from coming off when I go to epoxy. And then I'll put it on my turner and epoxy it after about 10 minutes of that. It's super quick and easy, and I mean, I love it because it keeps your turners free. So if you guys have any questions at all, you can feel free to email me or come join our group, and you can message me on there, whatever you would like. Otherwise, welcome, and if you want to subscribe to the channel, feel free to. And if you guys need anything at all, please let me know.